reach into your bag and pull out your weapon of mass sleep disruption. What the fuck? Okay, we're playing as Leaf. We're playing as Leaf and we've just got a fucking air horn. I didn't expect to hear the air horn sound. The air horn Discord sound. How is it going, guys? My name is OnesieBanette and welcome back to yet another episode of Pokemon Academy Life, where once again, shit has indeed hit the fan. So, we're just gonna go... I can't even speak. We're gonna jump straight back into it, right over here. And as you can see, we are no longer blue. You wake up at the crack of dawn, a phenomenon you are altogether unfamiliar with. Ordinarily, it would take an air horn next to your ear in order to get you out of bed before 7. But today, you are on a mission. You reach into your bag and pull out your weapon of mass sleep disruption. What the fuck? Okay, we're playing as Leaf. We're playing as Leaf and we've just got a fucking air horn. I didn't expect to hear the air horn sound. The air horn Discord sound.
What the fuck, Leaf? Why are you waking us up so goddamn early in the morning? Listen up. I've got a mission for one of you, and I need to know which of you is woman enough to do it. I'm going back to bed. Wait, Hilda, come back! What? I need to know which of you would be willing to miss the first quarter clash to spend several hours flying across the ocean to rural Kanto to deliver a speech I wrote. Also, you'll be riding on the back of a dragon Pokemon going at about Mach 1. Oh, but the Pokemon can put up a psychic barrier to protect you from wind resistance. It'll be like you're sitting in a room with completely still air. As long as you don't fall off. What kind of a joke is this, Leaf? It's not a joke. Okay, so that's worse. Leaf, you realize, right, that my boyfriend and I are figuring out if our relationship is even real right now? Has it perhaps slipped your mind that I'm yet to find a moment where I can perhaps reconcile with Caleb? Do you not think I might have my own priorities? Yeah, I need to talk to Hilbert. I heard some... Well, look, it doesn't matter, alright? The fact that you're even asking is ridiculous. Bianca? Oh, I'd love to go. I just can't miss the first quarter clash. Participation is mandatory, you know. If you don't participate, unless you have a really good excuse, then you can't graduate. What? Yep, sorry, Leaf. Oh, crap. Yeah, I'm going back to bed. And if I see that damn air horn again, I'm flushing it down the toilet. Finding someone else willing to do this is going to be harder than I thought.
You're damn right about that. Maybe next time don't blast an air horn in their face when you want them to do something for you.
What? None of you?
I don't have time for this. You realize you're asking us to give up a chance of graduating to try and get a guy who was mind controlling us, right?
He wasn't. All his power did was make you understand his feelings.
It made me trust him, which I resent. Find a different pilot.
Sorry, Leaf. I kinda got a few million other fires I need to put out right now.
Yeah, no way. This isn't happening.
Dawn, you've flown on your Altaria before, right? No thank you. Sorry, you're welcome. No. Crap. About 8 hours left. Guessing no one's dumb enough to sign up for your suicide mission. It's not a suicide mission. It kinda is. Whoever goes won't be able to come back, right? So whoever goes is giving up on their graduation. Yellow just said that Tia would go slower with 2 people. Not that she couldn't do it if she really pushes herself. Maybe she can make it in time. Yeah, and maybe if you really pushed yourself, you wouldn't be begging random classmates to go grab a guy in Ocean away. I can't. Yeah, well, as long as you're saying that, maybe you should just get used to the idea that that's all you're gonna hear from everyone else. People have too much to lose to risk even more trying to get that dumbass to change his mind.
Wait,
That's it. Huh? All I need to do is find someone with nothing to lose. I guess that might work, but Ethan!
She's bolted out. That's what that was meant to be. I was wondering what that sound was.
Hey, homeroom's starting in like 5 minutes!
You quickly dash through the hallways at a speed greater than you'd ever comfortably ran, as you maniacally try to make it to Professor Cherry's homeroom before the first bell rings.
Ethan!
What?
Miss Green, is there something I can help you with? Sorry, I was trying to get here before the bell. I just need a second. Is Ethan here?
Yo, Stem, where's the fire? What the fuck? It's Leaf. And I need to know if you can fly a dragon Pokemon to Kanto to get Alex back here before the quarter clashes.
Also, you probably won't be able to fly back in time.
No.
What?
No. I get what you're thinking. You're thinking I don't have anything to lose, right? That I can afford to skip the quarter clashes and fly off to Kanto because I don't care enough to succeed or whatever.
Yes.
Well, you're wrong. It's a miracle that I'm here, but I'm not going to give up that miracle. I like Alex a lot, but I'm not going to fly across an ocean for him.
Can I bribe you?
You got $5 billion on you?
No.
Sorry. Oof.
Sorry for interrupting, Professor Cherry. It's alright, Leaf. I can tell this was important. I might suggest going to your homeroom now. Professor Oak doesn't like when students are late for roll call. Right.
For the first time since you burst into the classroom, you take a second to look around the class. It is very notably less fancy than Professor Oak's classroom.
I guess Professor Oak's reputation got him the big room then. Pretty sure no one's heard of Professor Cherry. Leaf? I don't fully understand what you need to do here, but sounds like you need someone with time and ability to fly across the ocean before the quarter clashes begin. Is that right? Yes, that's right. I assume you've already asked Skyla? First person I went to. That's alright. The faculty had an all-hands meeting on Sunday. It was mainly to address the events of Saturday. We were all there, and I remember Arnold telling us how the military would handle things like this back when he was a pilot. Arnold? Oh, Surge. Arnold Surge. Wait, Instructor Lieutenant Surge's first name is Arnold? Is that really the important part of what I just said? No, but it's a hell of a thing to learn. Well, I hope that information helps you. At least a little. Now I need to get back to my class, and you do too, I think. Could you write a note to Professor Oak explaining why I'm late to homeroom, and maybe, give him a better reason? Fine, but that's your one for the semester. Thanks.
I know I'm late, I know I've disrupted your class, but please can you help me? You rush back to Professor Oak's class, note in hand, which he accepts good-naturedly. You're barely able to pay attention to the lesson, jumping out of your seat at the end of homeroom the exact moment the bell rings.
Alright, ladies, you better get your asses in those seats before I... Wait, it's not class yet. You've got 5 more minutes. Private Green, what the hell are you doing in this class so early?
I need to talk to you about your military experience, sir.
Well, isn't that something? We might make a soldier out of you yet, Private Green.
Not sure that's what I'm going for.
Well, fine. What is it you're looking to hear about, Private? And I can tell you about the war. My Pokemon shocked my enemies into paralysis, I'll have you know. Once they were paralyzed, I could headbutt them all day, and they wouldn't have had a chance to move.
Yes, I've heard you tell those stories before, but I'm actually asking about your time as a pilot.
Huh?
I know you were in the army, which I didn't think had pilots, but someone told me that you were a pilot, and I was just holding out hope that that was true.
Yeah, the Army's got pilots. Not as many as the Air Force, of course, but we've got a few. And I tell you what, the Army probably flies around on more missions than the Air Force. They're just paid to sit around on their asses in fancy hotel rooms all the time. That's why we call them the Chair Force. Chair Force 1.
Right, sir. We all know how you feel about the Air Force. course, but I really need to hear about your time as a pilot.
I flew a couple missions during the war, yeah. Our Pokemon on the front lines were getting battered and needed a resupply ASAP. The pilot of my squadron had already been taken prisoner after losing his battles. No one else in the squad could do it. So I got my Raichu to fill my plane with 10,000 volts and jump-started that sucker, flying it back to base. Those punks never saw it coming. They thought they only had a few more Pokemon to beat, and then they'd have won the battle. I came back with enough revives to choke a Wailord, and they practically gave up right then and there.
That's fantastic. Do you still have your plane?
What? Of course not. You don't just keep your equipment when you leave the army, Private.
Oh. Do you have any interest in flying to Kanto on a dragon Pokemon to grab a runaway student?
You're talking about Private Onesie.
You know?
It makes sense. If I went through what that kid's gone through, I might go AWOL too.
So you understand. That's great. So you'll fly to Kanto?
No can do, Private.
What?
3 reasons. First, I gotta teach classes for the rest of this week. Secondly, I'm pretty sure what you're asking me to do is some form of kidnapping or stalking. Thirdly, I joined the army specifically so I could keep my feet on the ground. I hate flying, and I do my best to avoid it wherever I can.
What?
Why do you think I train electric types, Private? If it's in the air, I want it out of my face.
But you flew anyway.
Yeah, but I had to. If I hadn't, my brothers in arms would have been taken prisoner, and who knows how long it'd be before they could come back home. There's something my old XO used to tell me. If I was face down in the mud, it was raining like hell, and lightning was cracking down all around us. I'd just done 40 consecutive push-ups, and he was screaming at the top of his lungs to give him another 20. That's when I made the mistake of telling him something real dumb. Any guesses as to what I said, Private?
No.
Hell, Private, I told you I said something dumb, not suicidal. Nah, I didn't say anything like that. I said I can't. That's when my XO knelt down there in the mud with me, and for the first time since I met the bastard, stopped screaming, and he said barely above a whisper, "It don't matter if you can't, because you have to." Then that bastard stomped in the mud, splashed it all over my face, and told me to do another 20 for getting his boots dirty.
That sounds like hazing.
Maybe it was, but it taught me something real important that I took with me onto the battlefield. Private Green, it's amazing what you can do when you have no choice.
But maybe I do still have a choice.
Get serious, Private. You really think there's anyone in this school you're going to convince to fly across the ocean to pick up a guy you like?
Does everyone know about that?
If you want this done, you're going to have to do it yourself.
But I'm scared.
I know what it's like to be afraid of flying, Private. But if you...
Oh, I'm not actually afraid of flying. I'm afraid of, well, the water.
What? What? Water? Water? What sort of candy-ass sorry excuse for a fear is that? Flying's terrifying, but you're scared of water?
Doing his voice is fucking me.
Hey, water's totally terrifying.
No, it goddamn isn't. When you're in the sky, you're just a thin piece of metal, away from plummeting thousands of feet. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna bump into in the water? A lily pad? A ducklet? You could swim, can't you?
Maybe. I don't know.
Then get your hydrophobic ass down to the recreation center right now and find out.
This is not how you're supposed to deal with fears. And, wait, now?
Do you have time to wait around for the end of the school day? You got 10 hours left before you need to fly, don't you? Get busy swimming, or get busy figuring out what you're gonna tell your squad mates when you come back without a pilot.
Well, fine then. I will. I'll go to the recreation center right now then.
You better. And I'll be telling your other professors you'll be out all day, so don't you come back unless you've completed your mission.
Fine. I will. I'm going. Are you sure?
Get out!
I do like that they're adding in a few extra characters now. It's not just like, you know, the teachers are just there for no reason. Before you can think about what you're doing, you dash down to the recreation center, throwing wide the door. And Missy will be here or something.
There, see? It's just a pool. I can totally... I can totally... I'm going to throw up. Just close your eyes, pretend it's not there. You're being ridiculous, Leaf. It's just water. It's not even salt water. And the last time you tried to swim, you were completely fine. So open your eyes and just dip a toe in. Okay? Just do it, okay? Yep, that's not happening. Not today. Not ever. Never.
You stand there for what feels like hours, but must really only be minutes. All you can hear is the pounding of your heart as you attempt to take even one step closer to the pool.
You are being ridiculous!
Knowledge, however, does not correlate to action.
So, like, are you gonna get in the pool or just kind of space out?
Oh, fuck me.
Hey, Brock's the name. What's yours, little sis?
God, I'm gonna do my best to try and do a Brock accent. It's not gonna sound anything like how it's meant to, but...
Leaf. Sorry, who are you?
Oh, I'm a man of many names, many faces. Some have called me the Vagabond of Love. Others call me that no-good hobo who needs to get a real job.
Huh?
Joke's on them. I've got a real job. I've got half a dozen real jobs. I'm just in between stages of my career at the moment. I prefer not to give myself too many labels, but for you, little sis, you can call me a missed connection.
How old are you? 20? 25? I need to know how old you are before I decide to either blow you off with some mild sarcasm or call the cops.
Oh, you cut me to the bone, little sis.
It's Leaf.
Leaf? Righteous. Some of my favorite plants are leaves.
Yeah, I kinda got that impression. Anyway, I need to go find a pilot for a thing, so if you could, like, just leave me alone?
Hey, Leaf, you're the one who's blocking the doorway. I tried to sneak out around you, but you were standing here, rock solid, like a statue.
Oh, right. Well, you shift awkwardly to the side.
Here.
Much obliged, Missy, though I seem to have forgotten my way off the campus grounds. Perhaps you'd be a gentleman and escort me.
Uh-huh. I'm not going anywhere alone with you.
Leaf, I hate to point out the obvious, but we're already completely alone here. And based on how you were shivering in that water, this is a place with serious bad juju for you, no?
Oh, so you're being a gentleman and trying to get me out of here, then?
Now you get a little sis.
Why are you calling me little sis?
Force a habit, mi amiga. I grew up with 9 siblings in inner city Pewter. Pretty much everyone I talked to was a sibling.
Wait, you grew up in Pewter City? I lived in Cinnabar.
Cinnabar? No cap. No wonder then. I heard that the evacuation efforts took days for some people. Were you...
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let me give you some straight shooting then. This water, nothing to worry about. Heck, I'm a rock-type specialist, and I wouldn't think twice about sending my Pokemon out to fight here. See this? Clean, chlorinated, safe. Deepest it goes? 9 feet. Besides, I'm a champion swimmer. In fact, I was even certified as a lifeguard at the Cerulean City Gym.
Huh. And here I was thinking you were just a creepy old man hanging around the pool to see girls in their swimsuits.
Well, I mean, I became a lifeguard for a reason. Of course. You ever see the Cerulean City gym leaders? Daisy, Violet, and Lily? 3 of them, and they wear their swimsuits all the time? Even during battles, man. You had to be there.
Uh-huh. And I bet when someone nearly drowned because you're too busy oogling the gym leaders, you were more than happy to provide mouth-to-mouth.
Oh no, you aren't supposed to do that for CPR anymore. Chest compressions only. Turns out mouth-to-mouth brace up the rhythm.
Oh.
Anyway, no one ever drowned on my watch. Although I had to swim out and rescue a few babes that seemed like they were really good swimmers.
and then they would ask for mouth to mouth, even though they were conscious and didn't need it.
Huh. Kinda think I might be realizing something. Yeah, can you do that on your own time? I appreciate getting to be a part of this moment of self-awareness or whatever, but there's a bit of a difference between this pool and the water I'm gonna need to go into.
Oh yeah?
How much difference? About 7 trillion gallons in difference.
That's a bit of a difference. What are you planning to do? Swim across the ocean?
No, just fly over, but I'll be on a Pokemon.
What have you got to worry about then?
Huh?
Pokemon have got your back. If a Pokemon thinks it can't do something, it won't try, and they always underestimate their abilities. See what I mean? They play it safe. That's why we trainers exist, to push them to their limit. So if the Pokemon even gets off the ground, you know you're good.
But, the water.
What about the water, little sis? You're not touching it. You're not even gonna be anywhere near it. Now, if you want to run back to your dorm and grab a swimsuit, I'll be the last guy to stop you, but I don't think you even need to consider the water as a factor. After all, if you fall off a Pokemon at a height of anything more than like 50 feet, you're probably not going to hit the water slowly enough to worry about the whole swimming part of it.
Was that meant to help me?
Kinda, yeah.
Maybe you should stick to lifeguarding. You're not much of a motivational speaker.
No, guess not.
I guess you aren't secretly a pilot with a lot of free time on your hands.
Afraid not, little sis. I fly on my Pokemon once in a while, but nothing more than that.
Yeah, I figured.
He's a lucky guy.
What?
You're in love, little sis. I can tell. Nothing else would make a nice girl like you try to fly across an ocean while terrified of water. Where is he?
I'm annoyed that he guessed it so easily. It's not love. He's a good friend. And he owes me a date.
Doesn't change anything from where I'm standing. He's a lucky guy to have a friend like you. Man, back in the day, I did some real dumb stuff for the girls I liked.
Huh. So I told you about how I became a licensed lifeguard so I could work at the Cerulean City gym, right?
Then I decided to become a Pokemon breeder because there was a girl I was traveling with that collected baby Pokemon like they were magnets. Then I became a doctor because there was a really adorable nurse I had a bit of a thing for. And I tried to become a police officer because there was a cute Jenny who'd arrested me a few weeks earlier, but I failed the entrance exam.
Brock, you don't need to be talking about your drug troubles, dickhead.
Then a few weeks after that, I learned how to sing and actually sold a couple albums, but turns out she didn't really like country. And then my last job was pretty much to try and impress a girl as well. Turned out she was more into contests than battling, though.
Wow, I thought the story was going to end, but it just kept going.
Yeah, I guess you could say I'm pretty worldly.
That's one word for it.
Anyway, the point of all that is that people do dumb stuff for the people they love. Or the people they're into, or whatever. My goal has always been love, but on the way, I learned to love the journey. So, see, even though my efforts have been marked by failure and despair at every heart-wrenching turn, I still achieved my goal. And if a guy like me can do it, so can you.
Fuck it. Fine, somehow you've convinced me. Mainly the part about the water not even being a factor, but hearing about your screw-ups made me feel a bit better as well, so thanks?
The thanks of a beautiful woman are all I need, little sis.
I'm going.
She really grew up, huh? Crazy to think we'd see her again. Maybe we should stick around a bit longer. This school could do with a cooking club, couldn't it?
Yes, it could. Why is Brock here? I don't get it. Why is he here?
That idiot said his stupid fat-ass Pikachu was going to beat me next time.
Uh-huh. Did he?
Well, duh. But that's because he had type advantage. I still won most of the time.
Still whining about Alex, huh, Slappy?
Duh, what's it to you?
I just thought that you would have been a bit more careful about that after what happened last time.
Hey, wait.
It doesn't matter. We need to talk.
Huh?
We can make this work, but I'm going to need your help. I'm going to be the pilot, but we need to leave during lunch. Now. And I've got a plan to get myself and Alex back.
I feel like I'm missing some context.
Just come out with me to the garden.
Damn. This is a motley crew we've got going on here.
Normally, I'd say something like, so you're probably wondering why I've gathered you here today, but we don't have time for jokes like that. We need to do one thing and one thing only. I'm proud to announce the inaugural meeting of the Alex Rescue Team.
I'd kinda like an explanation of why we're here, actually.
What did I just... Fine. Alex is back in Pallet Town. We're going to get him back.
Uh-huh. All I told you was that he dropped out of Kobacon. How do you know he didn't just go get a job somewhere in Inspira?
Yeah, actually, how do you know that? Are you saying this entire time that idiot could have just been a couple miles away? No, not a chance. I asked Ethan where he wanted to be on Sunday, and he said home. What does that have to do with anything?
It's crazy, but Alex and I are kinda like in sync. We ended up in the same place all the time. Still, to bet so much on this.
I'm confident I'm right, and if I'm not, I'll take the fall, no one else. Ooh, don't think about falling.
So, I don't hate this plan. Like I said, I'd like to get Alex back as well, but isn't there a more sensible solution that we could try first? Any suggestions? Like a regular plane ticket?
Tried that. Nothing's going out and coming back soon enough.
We could maybe try to reserve a seat on a plane that's already fully booked and just hope for a cancellation, but this plan, though it's crazier, I actually think has a higher chance of succeeding.
Damn.
Oh, wait, what about that one pilot student? Eartha. Skylar Eartha, love it.
We already asked your god. Can you come up with a single original thought?
Well, excuse me, princess.
Hey, lay off. Oh, like you're any better. You're just as much of an asshole as I am. People just like you because you pretend your insults are jokes.
What? Blue, sorry.
Don't speak for me.
I'm sorry. Damn, this is awkward. So, I can't help but notice we have 24 hours until the quarter clashes begin. We really left it to the last minute, huh? We're students. Last minute desperation is when we're the most productive. Damn right. I totally get that. Been there, and I don't want to rain on any parades, but I think we left it a bit too long. I mean, as far as I know, none of you have a Pokemon that could make that journey fast enough, right? Oh my god, we didn't tell Ethan!
What?
We didn't tell Ethan about Tia.
Damn, I was hoping that was a dream.
Okay, we don't have time to do this gently. Tia, rip the band-aid off. Oh god.
What? Get a clue. She might be an airhead, but she's still a powerful dragon Pokemon. Think she's going to listen to some rookie trainer without Alex's bullshit powers?
No. I didn't think about that. Hey, sweetie, could you show Ethan your true form, please?
That means no.
Yeah, got it. Hey, Ethan? This is going to sound like a really weird question, but could you ask Tia to show her your true form? True form? She's going to keep her clothes on, right? Well, she'll keep the hat. This is the weirdest orgy I've ever been to. Hey, Tia, think you could show me your true form? I think it'd be really helpful for figuring out what's going on.
That means...
I think we got it, thanks. And she's gonna turn psycho again.
Huh?
That's a Latias again. Okay, now it's the weirdest. Latias, huh? Can you get to Pallet Town fast enough? Alright, I think I'm caught up. Really? That easily? Pretty much nothing phases me. My roommate has mind control powers. Okay. My classmate's a dragon? Sure, whatever. Anyway, we don't have time for me to lose my mind over this. What's the plan?
I'm going to fly to Pallet Town on Tia's back. Strong start. Carry on. When we get there, Alex and I are going to ride back on Tia. Oh, I'm sorry, Leaf, but Tia probably won't be fast enough to get back with 2 people on her. Too much weight. I remember, but I think Tia can do it. Yeah, why? What are you basing that on? Remember what Instructor Claire said? She said dragon types rise to meet the demands of the challenge in front of them. Maybe you've never flown that fast before, but I believe you can when it matters.
You know what a freak Claire is about dragon types. She says they can do anything.
Yes, but there's one more thing. A guy reminded me that a Pokemon underestimate their capabilities. I'm sure Alex can get more out of her. Oh! What did she say? She said that Alex is already her trainer, and she, thinks you're right, that her trainer can probably make her speed up. But not enough. That's fine. This is a 3-part plan. We need to delay the beginning of the quarter clashes.
Oh yeah, sure, let me just submit the paperwork and I'll— Are you insane?
No. I did a ton of research last night. The Greater Inspira Era is supposed to field 960 matches on Wednesday, starting at noon and ending at 8 p.m. We all know when our time slots are because Alder and Bruno told us during gym class. The problem is, we don't know when Alex is meant to battle, so we just need to delay the entire event.
Yeah, I'm sure you did the math. That's still a stupid plan. How do you think you're going to delay the quarter clashes when you're riding across the ocean?
I'm not going to, but you are.
Yeah, you're crazy. At least hear me out. I'm not going anywhere. Keep on flapping your jaws. Unlike some people, I actually listen to the people around me, even if they're idiots.
Great. So as I was saying, I did the math. Wednesday will field 960 matches across 8 hours. The event can only start when enough people to field the first round of matches shows up, so about 20, assuming the arena can hold 10 battles at a time, like with the tryouts. So here's what you do. Stand at the entrance to the battle hall and challenge anyone who comes your way to a battle. If they win, they get to go past you, and if they lose, then they need to run back to Inspira to heal, but I don't think it's likely they'll show up again after losing to you.
What do you mean?
Okay, I'm just gonna say this. Losing to you is seriously demoralizing.
Huh? What, because you think you're better?
No, calm down, Blue. It's not an attack, it's because of your trash talk.
Huh?
Whenever I battle with you in gym class or during our battle team meetings, I never get the idea that you like battling.
What are you talking about? I'm amazing at it.
That's not what I said. I said you don't like battling. I love it. I feel alive when I battle. To see the emotions on my opponent's face, to put myself through the pressure, to have to come up with a plan and see that plan succeed or fail, that's what I love. But when I battle you, I feel like you don't battle for fun. You battle to embarrass, dominate, and humiliate your opponent. You battle to prove you're better.
And do you think that'll stop people from getting into the battle hall?
Definitely. Just make sure to say "smell you later" after you win, and I bet some people who try to get in will just leave.
You're asking me to take on dozens of battles in a row.
What? Are you expecting me to try and reverse psychology you? Like, I bet you can't do it? I know you can. You train all night. Janine practically had to pull you off of B during our last battle meeting.
Hey, she jumped on me!
Yellow's just looking at him like,
we're gonna talk about this later. I was talking about the battle.
I knew that.
Anyway, what do you think?
Isn't there something better I could be doing?
What would you be doing otherwise? Training, right? Well, this is just training. Training against actual trainers. Think of it as a warm-up to your quarter clash match.
That's still a lot of battles, and I can't tap out until you get back.
These will be the same people that are attempting to compete in the quarter clashes. Remember what Instructor Lance said? No battle team member has ever been eliminated in the first round of the quarter clashes. You can probably beat 99.9% of the people who show up here. And if another battle team member shows up, just let them by. There's less than 10 of us. The quarter clashes can't start with that small number.
Makes sense so far.
If I'm gonna be battling dozens of people back to back, I'm gonna need healing. Even if I one-shot those bozos, my mons will still get tired. Yellow, will you help me do this?
Oh yes, always, Blue.
Fine. One more thing. Your Dratini, Leaf.
Huh?
Let me borrow your Dratini while I'm battling.
Why?
Call it insurance if you want. Your Dratini is very powerful. Like, for a baby dragon, I've never seen one as strong as yours. I want to use it. And if I'm fighting a dozen guys for you, I need every advantage I can get.
Let's actually have a look at this thing real quick. It's perfect. It's perfect and it's jolly. This thing is perfect. And she's got it at level 23. Her level caps are different for everything. She's only been taking... Wait, what? She's been taking 3 different electives and got them all to level 22. How? And how has she got so much money? I've only just realised this. Leaf. Leaf. Girl. She's got like 29 times more money just on hand than I've got in my entire life savings here. Oh my god, that's madness.
Dratini, are you okay with this?
Draw.
Alright, sweetie, if you want. Blue's a good trainer, so you'll be fine.
You lend Blue your Dratini.
Then I guess I'm doing this. Kinda funny. I spent so long trying to get into the battle hall, and now I've gotta keep people from getting in. But those suckers aren't getting past me.
Yeah, hi. Still here. I hate to blow a hole in the side of your theory, but the Quarter Clashes are an actual Kobakana-wide event. There's going to be official security and stuff.
Oh, not quite.
Huh?
Miss Miriam told us that in the event of any emergency happening on school grounds, the school's own nursing department and students would be, responsible for the, response. It's the same for the security department.
Damn. Didn't know that, Yellow. But that still doesn't put us in the clear. If Inspira Security isn't here, then we know who will be.
Wait,
Then that means... Damn it. The disciplinary committee is gonna be on my ass. I can't afford to get on their bad side. Sharen's already said that he's keeping an eye on me.
and that's where you come in, Ethan.
I'm not seeing it.
You've got the same power, Phrenergy, as Alex does.
What?
I don't know for sure, but I can command Pokemon instantly like Alex can, so maybe?
God damn. Everyone but me, huh?
Anyway, I still don't see how this power is supposed to help me with the disciplinary committee.
Just distract them. You can talk to them and drag them into a long conversation, and because people like you, you can keep them there for a long time. It'll probably even take an hour or so for them to realize anything's wrong, so that's when you step in.
Because people like me?
Sure.
I think maybe you weren't listening to Professor Oak. The entire point of Phrenergy is that people don't like me. Or Alex. They just understand our feelings. So if I'm trying to trick or delay the disciplinary committee, they'll know. Like, I can lie, and even if people don't believe me, if there's nothing they can do about it, they just have to drop the issue. But that won't work against the DC. Heck, the moment I show up at their office, they'll probably just get the feeling that they should check out the battle hall. Fuck.
Do you have any other suggestions?
No, but I think I can do something.
What?
I can't tell you what my plan is, but I think I might be able to distract the disciplinary committee.
Why can't you tell us?
Because it's a long shot and I'll look really stupid if it fails.
Tia believes in you.
Yeah, I'm still processing that one of my classmates is a Pokemon.
2, actually.
What?
Nothing.
Who's the other one? Who is it? Who the fuck is the other one? I need to know. I need to fucking know. It's gonna bother me. Oh.
Okay, I'm kind of nervous about that, not gonna lie, but we're quickly running out of time. Lunch is almost over.
If you're gonna go, then...
Yeah.
What are you gonna do about the water, though?
Tia, I'm sorry for acting jealously over Alex.
Huh?
A hug? Oh, that's cute.
She never saw me as a rival at all. This might have been easier if you did have some sort of grudge against me. Aww. Tia, when I get on your back, I'm probably going to immediately ask you to let me off. I'm going to scream and maybe say some pretty awful stuff to you, so I need you to not let me off no matter what I say, okay? We need to see this to the end. She says that she won't be able to hear you because of the wind anyway. Putting up the light screen will block wind for you, but reduce her own aerodynamics, so she's going to keep the area of effect as small as possible. Great.
And you're still going to claim you don't speak Pokemon, huh? I don't.
Alright, we're actually leaving a bit early, so unless we get massively delayed by running into like an airliner, we should be there tonight.
Yep.
You guys will play your parts, right?
Stop stalling! Get on the damn dragon!
Hey, you know, I was kind of thinking that maybe we should just see if we can book a plane ticket anyway, or... Oh, it's too late for that.
Yep, you canned these worms, now lie in them.
Hey guys, this is actually a dumb plan, isn't it? Shouldn't we just...
Nope. Look at that little smile. Look at that smile. Oh no. Oh no. Oh god. I am not voice acting that. I am not screaming as it's going off the page. Oh, I love it. I love how they intentionally play with the UI. It's just so good. It's so good! Ah! You are no longer you. Ooh, who are we playing as now then? Who the fuck are we playing as now? Oh. Yeah, oh. It's my boy. You stand in the middle of a field.
Pika pika.
A long tool is in your hand.
Pika.
You take a deep breath. And you begin to dig.
Sweetheart?
He's got no eyes.
Sweetheart? Please, honey, talk to me. We don't have to talk about what happened. I just want to hear your voice.
Okay. Oh! Your mother hugs you for an uncomfortably long time before finally letting go.
What are you doing, sweetheart?
I'm becoming a farmer.
A farmer, sweetheart?
Yep. Couldn't hack it as a Pokemon trainer. Couldn't even keep my friends when I literally had a power that made it easier for me.
What?
So I'm giving up. Giving up Pokemon, giving up ever having a social life, giving up ever having a life, period. And I'm becoming a farmer.
Are you digging a pit?
Yep. This is where I'm gonna bury my hopes and dreams. And after that, maybe I'll plant some carrots here.
Pika.
Wouldn't you rather use a shovel for this?
Huh?
It's just that you're using a hoe. A hoe isn't a very good tool for digging.
I don't know what to do, Mom.
I'm here to listen to whatever you want to say. And no matter what you say, I'll love you more than anyone else in the world.
Grace Umaoka is a lousy Rhyhorn racer.
I have my limits, young man. You know this house is an Umaoka... I can't pronounce that. Is an Umaoka family shrine.
Yeah, I know. I've still got a poster in my room. I was running in a student council election. Your mother waits patiently for you to continue your story.
Pika pika.
It takes a while. When I was up there, I'd just finished giving my last speech. The only thing left was the voting. And then, someone I thought was a friend, he told everyone about Phrenergy.
About what, sweetheart?
You don't know? I kind of figured you would. I've apparently got this power that makes people and Pokemon understand my feelings better. Old Man Oak told me about it. It's called Phrenergy, and he wanted to see what its effects were like on a large group of people, or other Pokemon. I know it's hard to believe, Mom, but I promise I'm telling the truth.
I believe you.
That easily?
You're my darling baby boy, Alex. From the first moment I held you in my arms, I knew I would love, trust, and believe in you, no matter who or what you became. My only fear when you went off to some big city school was that you'd come back embarrassed of like a simple country girl like me. Mom!
You embrace your mother tightly, tears streaming down your face.
It's alright, sweetheart. It'll all be alright.
You sit there with your mother for quite a while as you slowly tell the story of your past month at school.
I'm so sorry you had to go through all that alone.
It's my bad, really. I should have told you about this a long time ago. What would you have told me to do if I had told you as soon as I find out?
I would have told you to trust your heart. But if you didn't know what to do, I would have told a couple of close friends. Then, based on how they reacted, I'd start making it more public. Maybe faster or slower.
Old Man Oak told me not to do that, though.
Dr. Samuel is an extremely smart man. Whenever he starts talking, I'm still trying to figure out what he was saying in the last conversation we had. But he's a darn fool when it comes to people. Anyone could have told him this would happen if you tried to keep it a secret. Secrets just hurt people. The people you're keeping the secret from, and the person keeping the secret.
Is Yellow my sister? Because that's exactly the same line that she just used. Yeah, in hindsight, I really should have known that. Maybe I'm just as oblivious to people as Old Man Oak is.
No, sweetheart. You're an incredibly empathetic and intuitive young man. You're just immature and inexperienced.
Didn't you have me when you were like 16?
Well, yes, but I never claimed to be more mature than you at the same age. Heaven knows I made my mistakes back in the day. But you, my baby boy, have never been counted amongst them.
Where do I go from here? I really don't want to be a farmer.
You don't have to be a farmer, sweetheart. I can't tell you what to do, Angel.
Only that you should follow your heart.
What do you want to do?
I want to be the very best. Like, no one ever was.
You're so much like your father.
What would Dad do in this situation, Mom?
Oh, he'd almost certainly run right back into the danger. Every challenge he ever faced, he faced with courage. Right up to the end.
Oh, my dad's dead.
What happened? You don't remember?
Maybe I did, back in the day. But we don't ever talk about him, so I guess I forgot.
That's odd. We don't often talk about him, that's true, but I could have sworn you'd remember. Remember how you took his last name after he passed away, as a way of honouring him?
Yeah, I remember that, but that was after the funeral, like 2 months after. Sorry, Mom. I guess my memory isn't as good as I thought it was.
Oh, it's alright, dear. It was a very scary, sad day for everyone. It was the day of the Cinnabar eruption, remember? You were out playing with your friend when we felt an immense heat coming from the south. We saw the magma pouring out of the volcano in the south just a few moments later. Your father knew that the people on Cinnabar couldn't afford to wait for the Coast Guard to arrive to evacuate, so he grabbed his Poliwhirl and rushed out there to be a hero, sweetheart. And that he was. I tried to stop him briefly. I tried to think about his son, about me, how we needed him. And he asked me to think about the sons and wives of the people he could save. For a while, I hated him. But that's just the sort of man he was. He never cared what people thought of him, or what might happen to him, as long as he was doing the right thing. He wanted his Poliwhirl to be your first Pokemon, you know? But I suppose if that happened, then you wouldn't have found Flabberdosh.
What's the right thing in this situation?
What scares you more, darling? The fire or the water? Huh? If you go back there, people will be scared of you. You'll have to constantly explain yourself to everyone you come across. You'll have to ask for forgiveness over and over, even though you've done nothing wrong. You'll have to go beg the Dean Drayden to let you back in. We still don't even know how you'll pay for the school, and some people will blame you for their problems, even years down the line.
You're not making this sound appealing. Is there a but to this?
No but, sweetheart. That's the fire you'll be walking into. Or you can stay here. Go back in your room. I'll take care of you, honey. And I'll never say another word about this unless you want me to. After a while, the pain will dull. There'll be nights when you remember what might have been, and water will pour from your eyes.
Jeez, Mom.
I'm sorry, sweetheart. I'm just trying to be realistic.
No, I mean, jeez, you've got away with words. Didn't you want to be an English teacher?
Yes, but if I had a teacher's salary, I'd be making even less than I do now. This call center job might suck, but at least I can do it remotely.
I'm currently working as part of a call center job. I have to work as part of a, I have to do call center-y bits, so this is literally like the parallels every time I play this between my life and the Pokemon Academy life is just... Honestly, I should make a video talking about my experience with this game at some point. If you guys would be interested in that, let me know. If I go back, I'm going to miss the first round of the quarter clashes. Participation is mandatory. I don't think I can even graduate without participating.
Can you graduate without paying?
Touchy.
I think it's pronounced touche.
I knew what they were going for. Ugh, I really made a dumb decision. Running away like that was probably just convinced everyone that Sharem was right. If I hadn't frozen, maybe I could have explained the truth at least. I would have had a real shot of turning the tide.
None of that, my boy. There's no could or would worth thinking about. All that matters is what you can and will.
I'm sorry. I know we couldn't afford the flight back here. Never mind the flight back there.
We couldn't afford the school, darling. A couple flights is nothing. Just like we always have, we'll figure something out. I've been taking on more hours, actually.
How am I the luckiest son in the world?
So, should I book you a plane ticket?
I guess so.
Wonderful. It's already done.
What?
Please, you're my son and the son of your father. There was never a doubt in my mind that you would spring back up. And if you didn't, it's only a small fee to cancel the flight back.
Jeez, Mom. When does it take off?
I'm afraid the soonest I could get a flight I could actually afford brings you back on Friday, early in the morning.
Well, I'll still be there for the last day of the quarter clashes then.
Let's spend tomorrow together. Perhaps we could go out to the beach and fish for a bit.
I still have your old rod. That piece of junk? All I could ever catch with that thing, a Magikarp.
True, but you catch Magikarp every time, don't you?
I guess so.
Now come inside, darling. I've got some meatloaf in the oven. And after that, maybe we can kick our feet up and put on an old day anthem movie.
That's actually got me. That's got me going a bit. Oh man, my eyes are going. Oh, it's an acting thing, especially when you're reading a script that's got like intense emotions. They teach you a lot of empathy in order to try and put yourself in the character's shoes. And there's a lot of psychology that goes into acting as well, so you can physically understand the thought patterns and emotions that go into people. And even when you're just reading a script, it fucks you. But the fact I was trying to put emotion into that, oh man, that's messed with me. Oh, stretch. Oh. You're watching a movie together with your mother. It's an older drama that you've practically mesmerized every line of at this point. 4 boys are walking on railroad tracks. Oh my god, the references! Oh my god. That's brilliant. Suddenly... Wait a minute. Do you hear that?
Isn't that just part of the movie?
No, I recognize that sound. It's... Oh my god.
Language, dear.
What the fuck was that? Mom?
I swear, if some drunkard just fell into our compost heap again.
You emerge out into the crisp night air, and though the stars and moon light everything up quite clearly enough for you to see, you still cannot believe your eyes. There she is, motherfucker. You're completely speechless, as your mind races, trying wildly to come up with some reasonable explanation for Leaf standing in front of you now.
Alex, I'm here to take you back to Kobacon. Oh, I definitely need to see this. I know it's easier to give up on the world, okay? I get it, but you can't. I never give up, never, and that means my friends aren't allowed to give up either. Alex, I can't even begin to imagine what you were thinking up there, and I should have done something at the time. I should have done more. But I'm here now because I care about you, a whole heck of a lot, okay? You're not alone in this, and I want to help you find your way back to Kobacon. You might think you're alone and that everyone wants you gone, but that's not true. I talked to Oak. I get what Phrenergy is really about now, and there's a whole bunch of us who want you back. Me, Tia, even Blue is helping us. Kinda. Also Ethan. The point is, you haven't been abandoned. Some people probably won't let this go, but you, it's your life. And if they don't like you, fuck them. We've done everything we can, and we've come up with what is honestly a really solid plan, and we can get you back to Kobacon before the quarter clashes. But if you're going to get back there in time, you need to leave now. And on top of that, you still owe me a date, and I don't see any malls in Pallet Town. I'm not taking no for an answer, because...
Okay. What? Okay.
You're talking, and you're agreeing to go. Just like that?
Yep. You cast a quick glance behind yourself, where your mother is hiding behind a barrel near the front door. I can't believe Leaf came all the way out here. The least I can do is not tell her I was already convinced.
Oh, okay. You're sure you don't want me to say the rest of my speech?
Nah, I think you've covered most of it already.
Oh. Wait. No. What's your damage, Leaf? This is good. This is good.
Quick question. How did you get here?
Oh, right. You can come out now.
Okay, Leaf, I like men.
Hardy har, I'm not talking to you.
Ha, that's funny. Also, he's already came out. Then who? Damn, every time that Latias appears, it's just like... This answers none of my questions and just raises further questions.
Really? You don't recognize her? Oh wait, I know. Here you go, sweetheart. Keep it safe on the ride, just like I said.
Seriously? Did Tia's hat get stolen again?
No.
Look at that blush! Look at that blush!
Maybe you should, put up the illusion, sweetie?
Oh. Oh. Oh! This answers none of my questions and just...
Okay, you really have to go soon, so here's the gist. Tia is a powerful Dragon-type Pokemon that can fly to Kobacon before noon tomorrow.
What? You're a Pokemon?
Yup, I am.
But you can talk and write and, like, do all kinds of human stuff.
Aw, thank you. I've been trying really hard for a very long time.
I was pretty surprised too. I've heard about some Pokemon that use illusions to live as people and can even talk, but I never thought I'd meet one.
I thought they were Dark-type anyway.
But
but there's a Pokemon attending our school, and she's a trainer, and aren't the implications of that massive? Never mind the fact that she's a Pokemon I've never seen before, meaning she must be a mythical. Like, yeah, I get that this is kind of a mind-blowing thing to realize, but there's not much we can do about it right now. You need to get back to Kobacon, right? And maybe when you're there, we can, I don't know, tell Professor Oak about Tia? She's like, no, or not. Okay. Tia, can you definitely fly us back? You aren't tired or anything?
I'm not even a little bit tired.
Alright, I trust you.
Sweetheart? Whoa, who's that?
That's my mom.
Mom? You're Mrs. Onesie? Oh, no, I'm Miss Sugimori.
Damn.
Mr. Onesie was his father. Oh, and you must be Leaf. I've heard,
I keep giving my mom the wrong accent.
I've heard quite a bit about you.
Oh.
Really? What did you hear? Only good things. Anyway, it looks like you're going to be quite busy flying soon, so I love you, my champion. It's going to be a difficult time going back, I'm sure of it, but I know even more than that you can overcome it. You'll always make me proud, no matter what you do.
I love you, Mom.
And I you. Oh, and Leaf? Yes? Take care of my boy. He's not used to big cities yet, and there's a lot of people up there who'll try to take advantage of his good nature. Oh, of course. You two might want to be a bit more discreet about the little dragon girl if you're trying to keep her a secret.
Noted.
Now, I don't want to overstay my welcome between you two, but are you both planning on riding the little dragon girl back to Kobacon?
I guess so. What?
It won't work. We're too heavy, Alex.
Wait, so you...
I'm not going back.
You gave up your slot for me?
Alex, I know we only met a month ago, but I knew this was the right thing to do. I mean, you and I, we... None of that now. There's a simple solution to this. Huh? I'm going to look around in the attic. Don't go anywhere.
So, what were you going to say?
Nothing. There. I knew she was around here somewhere.
In your mother's hand is an old dusty Pokeball that you've never seen before. Mom? What's that?
This is a good friend of mine.
It's a Jigglypuff.
Oh my god, she's adorable.
Mom, I didn't know you had a Jigglypuff.
Yes, I raised this darling from an Igglybuff. But she'd be another mouth to feed if I let her roam around the house like Flubberdosh does, so I'm afraid keeping her in a Pokeball was the best option I had. They don't get hungry in their balls after all. But it's unfair to expect her to just live in my attic forever, so I think this would be an excellent opportunity to give you the Jigglypuff.
Oh, Mom, I don't...
I'm talking to you, Leaf, sweetheart.
Oh. Okay.
Thank you so much, Miss Onesie, but I'm not sure how this will help. Oh, it's quite a simple little trick. My Jigglypuff is especially rubbery. You see, she's like a little gumball. When you give her the command, she'll inflate, becoming much lighter, in fact. She'll weigh less than nothing. When I was a little girl, she used to be able to carry me up in the air. Your grandfather used to raise all hell about that, Alex. He thought Jigglypuff would carry me off. So, if I just hold Jigglypuff and she puffs up, we'll be lighter? Yes, much lighter. Your weight at least should be fairly cancelled out. Though you'll need to let her take breaks every once in a while to deflate and stretch herself out.
Mom, thank you so much.
Well, I didn't want this lovely young woman sacrificing her own shot at Kobacon for you. But I appreciate you were willing to for my son, Leaf. Believe me when I say I know better than anybody else why you would.
Thanks, Miss Sugimori.
Thanks. I promise I'll take good care of your Jigglypuff. Yours now. Goodbye, you two.
I hope to see you again soon. Perhaps with better news next time?
Possibly.
Okay, we need to get you on Tia. You're bigger than she is, so you'll have to kind of hunch over, keep your head down, lie as flat as possible, keep your arms around her neck, and...
Wait, how are you going to fit on?
Well, I think we'll just have to, scooch really close together.
Even with Jigglypuff, though, I'm not sure Tia's big enough to carry both of us.
Hey, don't say that.
Huh?
Tia thinks the world of you. You're a Pokemon trainer, and she's a Pokemon. If you make her doubt herself, she probably won't be able to do it. You've got to encourage her, cheer her on, and assure her that she'll be fine. Come on, will that even make a difference?
I'm not exactly in the most motivational mood right now.
Alex, I just flew across an ocean to grab you. Now that I'm here, I have to fly back.
But coming here was voluntary.
Mostly. If you can't muster up the gumption to cheer on the adorable dragon girl who also flew across an ocean to grab you, then I don't know what to tell you.
Adorable dragon girl? You sure just turned around on it fast.
Yeah, realizing that she wasn't even trying to get into your pants really made me reevaluate a couple things. She thought I was what?
It's a phrase that means...
I know what it means, but you're a human. That's forbidden love.
Fair, but she didn't know you were a Pokemon, remember?
Oh, right.
Anyway, I get the message. Alright, we should probably head back. Yeah. Will you two be fine? Neither of you are too tired, or like hungry, or are you?
My stomach is actually pretty upset, but...
Hey, not again. I can get on myself this time. Alright, I think I have some energy bars in my back pocket. It was pretty much all I ate for the first 2 days back here.
If my stomach ever settles down, I might take you up on that. Hey, you've still got one more thing you need to do, right?
Huh? Leaf nods at your shoulder. Confused, you put your hand up and realize Flubberdosh is on your shoulder. A feeling so familiar you didn't even think about it. Oh yeah. Oh right. Hey, Flubberdosh, I know you don't like going in your Pokeball, but you really need to, okay? I get why you don't want to go in. You think that if I can't see you, I'll forget about you. I promise you, buddy, that'll never happen, okay? You're my friend. Always. I can't forget about you. So I need you to go back into your Pokeball for a few hours, alright? And then, when we're back at school, if I can somehow resume a normal school life, I'll need you to stay in your Pokeball so I can bring you to classes, okay? I promise, buddy. Together. Forever. In the words of Shakira. We'll always be together. You'll be there and I'll be here. Bigger. Slightly less lazy rat to obedient rat. Fantastic. Wait, buddy, did something about you just change? Flubberdosh will now... Oh, nice. Don't forget to let him out for walkies. Alright, and now we have to play Stack the Humans. Let's do this.
Right. Come on out, Jigglypuff.
Jigglypuff.
God's sake.
Cutie, get in my arms. I've got a really important job for you, okay?
Yep. You begin the unenviable process of trying to figure out how you and Leaf will both rest on Tia's back. Thankfully, you find that if you sort of sit straight with your legs in front of Tia's forelegs, you can maintain your balance relatively easy. Tia's fur-like feathers seem to suck you in, curling around you and securing your position on her back. Relatively painless, all things considered. Leaf, however, is a different task altogether.
What? You want me to sit where?
Look, I'm kind of embarrassed too, but your two options are being held in Tia's hands hanging off the bottom or on my lap. I can't maintain my balance if I scoot forward, and you have a smaller profile, so you should be in the front.
But you... I'm not ready. This is such a big step.
I don't remember first base being riding a dragon together for 8 hours. It'll probably be more than 8. I mean, it was 8 when it was just me, and although your mom's Jigglypuff will reduce our weight, I don't know if it'll make up for you. Then we should really get going. Come on, don't think about it. I mean, I'm wearing a skirt. So?
Well, fine, I don't care. Why should I care? I've been flirting with you for like a month. This is what I want, so yeah, I don't care.
Saying so, Leaf swings a leg over, and Tia unmounts her, sitting squarely in your lap as you grab tighter to Tia's neck. A moment later, you realise why Leaf's choice of attire seemed to matter so much to her. Ah, I get it now.
Oh, do ya?
Drake, where's the door? So go get the door. I see the problem.
Oh, do ya?
Why did you wear a skirt?
I wasn't thinking, alright?
God damn it. My only other outfit has an even shorter skirt and it doesn't have any tights.
Tia, why are you taking so long? Can't you start flying?
Yeah, you can go. Tia, please, I can't take much more of this. You little motherfucker. You little fucker. What are you doing, Tia? You soar into the sky, Tia chirping merrily at first. The wind speed is intense, and your teeth chatter from the cold. In a moment, though, you begin to see a pale pink shield of light form around you, and you gradually warm up as the land beneath you rushes by at unimaginable speed. Ah, so this is what this is for. I see this in the files, and I used it for one of my thumbnails recently for the Silver episode. I had no idea what it was for. And this is what it was for. Wow. You're really fast, Tia. What? What's wrong?
She was much faster when it was just the two of us.
Thank you.
Huh?
Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate what you've done. Both of you.
Hey, you would have done the same thing for us.
Would I have? Would I have flown across an ocean to grab someone I'd have every reason to distrust? I don't know. I don't know how far I'd go for a friend. I'd like to think I'd go to the stars, but you look up at the stars. They look down at you. But I don't know. Hey, Tia? I'm really sorry for standing you up on Sunday. I'm sure you were really upset and wondered if you did something wrong. So let's spend this time now making up for it, right? I guess I can probably figure out what you were going to tell me, Wow, a Latias. I never heard of a Pokemon called Latias before. Based on your moves, you're a dragon psychic type, huh? La-ta-ta-ta-ta! I can tell you're really fast. I mean, just look at the ground, right? Zoom! That's a weird one. But I wonder, just how fast can you go? It's just, we're kind of in a massive rush, you know? So I'd be really interested in seeing your absolute top speed. Not to the point of, like, hurting yourself, of course. It's just, you know, we're going so fast already, I'd be really impressed if you could go even faster. Latias! Tia flaps her wings as you grab on tighter to tie her down, and tremendous tailwind starts to blow from behind, pushing you along at a much faster clip.
Nice going, Skippy. Knew you could do it.
This was part of your plan too, huh?
Sure, but I'm only admitting that because it worked.
I'm sorry I ditched you too.
Hey, don't apologize for that. That wasn't your fault. That wasn't even close to your fault.
I'm expressing sympathy, not culpability.
Well, good. Good, because you did nothing wrong.
I don't know if the rest of the school will agree with you.
Maybe they won't. But that's fine. I know you have a good heart. You'll win them back.
Why me, Leaf? Out of all the students in this school, all your friends, why are you going so far for me?
Because your mind control powers compel me to, O Dark Master.
Excellent, my thrall. You have done well, my bidding.
Dork. Well, first of all, this is nothing compared to what I do for Rosa. If Shiren stood up there and said that she had mind control powers, I would have stormed the stage, hung, drawn, and quartered him.
Graphic.
But serious answer? I don't know. I guess you were my first friend at Kobacon, and I was coming off a bit of a dry spell having friends, honestly.
Is that right? A popular girl like you?
To be honest, I wasn't really popular until KobaCon. Huh? I don't know, it's just kind of nice that we've got each other, right? Two people who came here friendless and became each other's first friend.
Oh, you weren't my first friend.
What?
Yeah, before I met you, I met Silver, Brawley, and Faulkner.
Ah, but did they make an official friendship pact? Trademark.
Can't say they did.
Then I'll make one with you now to make this official. I, Leaf Gracidia Green, promise to be your friend until the very end. No matter what, I will always be there for you.
Thanks.
Oi, dork. You're supposed to say one back.
Alright. I, Alex Sugimori Onesie, promise to be your friend until the very end. No matter what, I will always be there for you.
Cool.
Well, that killed 10 minutes. What are we going to do for the next 8 hours?
It'll probably be closer to 13, actually.
Sheesh. At least it's faster than the plane.
Yeah.
Because I remember in the first episode when we got on that damn thing. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is exactly where we're going to leave this episode. This has been a long one. A lot of different things happened once again, and we flew across the motherfucking ocean. So thank you very much for watching. I will catch you guys in the next one. Look after yourselves, and bye-bye.